Hey there, welcome to another Let's Chat. My name is Corey, and I wanted to talk to you today about value. Growing up as a developer, fresh out of college, starting my first career, I really didn't put a lot of thought into what it actually meant to add value, or how my actions may be adding value, or where I should be spending my time so that my value add is actually maximized. I always say work smarter, not harder. I believe you can add value by being aware and present of the reality you're currently existing in. You know, and what I mean by that is I would much rather you be present and realize these issues that will help the business as a whole, as opposed to you coming in every day saying, "Oh, I need to work my 8 hours," working 8 hours and leaving. You know, the person who can come in, be creative, realize that this person is experiencing some stress over here because the build system's taking longer than it should, or maybe you hear the DevOps engineers complaining that they're staying up until 3 o'clock in the morning on the nights of the production push. And maybe you're a developer and you think, oh, how could I add value to them to make sure that they can get more sleep? Is there anything I can do to the startup time of our software that would alleviate some of that stress? Are we actually printing out log statements that are confusing the production support team and having them spend more time combing through logs and chasing down false positives, as opposed to spending their time in a more valuable way by chasing down actual issues? Is the QA team scrambling around and testing scenarios that aren't really important because they don't understand the software well enough? Maybe you notice that and you say, okay, well, how can we actually take steps to make sure the QA team understands these tickets better? And then maybe you put together a weekly meeting where you as a developer talk to the QA team about the overall integration of the system, how these parts affect other parts, giving them a better understanding of the system as a whole and allowing them to test more efficiently. So plugging into your environment, plugging into your responsibilities, and being present is a way that you can hone in on where you can add the most value. And a lot of it boils down to confidence. No one's going to tell you these things. That's the beauty of the value add, is that no one can tell you it because you have the unique perspective, you interact with it, and you are the one who has the experience with it. And so what I mean by that is your CTO, for instance, who you report to, may not be in the trenches as much as you are. He might not see that the DevOps team is struggling. Maybe they're not sharing that information with him. Maybe you do know it. You're privy to a unique view of the business. And because of that, you have an opportunity to add unique value to the business. So think about all the areas that cause stress in other people's life around you, above you, for instance. Maybe you notice that your manager is having trouble keeping track of the tickets or the features that are going in. And maybe you think to yourself, well, how can I simplify this for him? And so maybe the way you add value to him is every week you provide him with a spreadsheet that has it broken down. Here's the tickets that are going in. Here's the things that were worked. And now you've just alleviated that stress from his life so that he can do his job more efficiently, and so on and so forth. So think about value. Value isn't work. If you really are present and you see what's happening, you could add value in 30 minutes. Whereas, work is more like I have to work 8 hours a day. But you can work 8 hours a day and provide no value. I'll take the guy who can come into the office, really synthesize with the environment, and gives me 1 hour of value add a day over someone who just comes in and does what they're told and gives me 8 hours a day. Hands down. Because that 1 hour a day is going to provide so much value that it'll blow that 8 hours out of the water. So work smarter, not harder. And in order to work smarter, not harder, you have to know your value as a person. And you also need to be present and aware and let reality tell you where you can start to apply your knowledge and your skills to add value for those around you. So good luck with that. Make a list, write down all these areas you can improve. Anytime you hear someone complaining at the water cooler that's an opportunity for you to succeed. Get in there, implement that solution, and keep making things better. Thanks, guys. If you're interested in any coaching, I do provide technology coaching, really just to get people up to speed and teach some soft skills. Go to mindfulbit.com, schedule a 30-minute introductory call with me. We'll just chat, we'll get to know each other, and hopefully we'll put a plan together to get you to the next level of your career. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.